Hi guys, we are going to start today in a seated position. So I like starting sitting on my shins, and if you prefer to sit with the legs crossed, that's of course an option. You can place the blocks or the cushion under the hips to keep them elevated. So make yourself comfortable in this seated position. Place the hands on top of the thighs and close the eyes. And take a moment to check in with yourself and your body. You can imagine that I keep my hand above the head and find even more length through the spine, as if you were reaching with the head for my hand above you. Maybe shift the shoulders and the upper back slightly to the back, to the space behind you, so the shoulders are stacked directly on top of the hips. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And start connecting to the breath. Slow it down. Make it a bit deeper. Feeling the air in the belly, in the ribs and the chest as you inhale. And then exhaling from the chest, ribs and the belly. Giving yourself those next moments to arrive on the mat fully. Landing in this moment. So for now, for this practice, it's just you and your breath. That's the only thing that matters right now. Whenever you feel ready, you may open the eyes. And we are going to transition into a tabletop position. So wrist creases under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And just a few cat-cows here. Inhale as you find length through the front of the body, lift the chest. And then as you exhale, run the back body, chin to the chest, tuck the tailbone under. And again, inhale, open, arch the back, lift the tailbone. And then exhale, run the back body. 2 more times just like that. Inhale, find length through the front of the body, lift the chest. And then as you exhale, run the back body. Create space in between the shoulder blades, and one last time here, in breath, open. And then exhale, round the back body. And then find neutral spine. We are going to lower the forearms to the mat. You can adjust so the elbows are under the shoulders, palms flat on the mat. Tuck the toes under and lift the knees. Extend the legs as much as it feels comfortable. We haven't done anything for the hamstrings yet. So you can keep the knees bent if that feels needed. And then shift the chest to the space behind you, towards your feet, towards your toes. So you are pressing the forearms to the mat, keeping the shoulders away from the ears and shifting the chest towards your feet. Find flat back in this position. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lower the knees just to a hover, scooping the abs. And then exhale, lift. Inhale, lower the knees just to a hover, keep the chest open, widen through the collarbones. And then as you exhale, lift. And again, lower. Knees are not touching to the mat. Press the space in between the shoulder blades to the ceiling and lift. 2 more times just like that. Lower. Shoulders shift on top of the elbows. And then find your dolphin one last time. Lower. And then dolphin and hold here. Inhale. And exhale. Press the hands to the mat and make your way into your downward facing dog. You can walk the hands so they are a bit wider. Pressing the hips to the back and up, externally rotating the shoulders. And of course you can add some movement, nodding the head from side to side or bending one knee at a time. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhalation, look to the front of the mat and then step or hop in between the hands, halfway lift. And then as you exhale, lower the belly towards the thighs, deepen the standing forward fold. On your next inhalation, make your way into a standing position, arms above the head. With the exhalation, hinge from the hips, lower the hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, hands come to the mat. You can step back into a plank position, or if you are with me, we are going to hop into Chaturanga. So bend the knees, and by the time the toes touch to the mat, the elbows bend. Elbows are hugging the rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog. Hold here for a moment. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, drop the thighs to the mat for a cobra shape. If this is bothering your lower back, then you can walk the hands forward. You can bend the elbows. So if it's too much too soon, of course, modify. Keep the glutes engaged. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lower the chest to the mat. Inhale. Lift the chest. Pull the shoulders to the mat. Engage the glutes. And then exhale, lower. So the more forward you move the hands, inhale, lift, the more gentle the position will become. And then exhale, lower. 2 more times just like that. In, lift the chest. And then out breath as you lower the chest, the forehead to the mat. Inhale, lift. And then as you exhale, lower. Tuck the toes under, keep the knees on the mat, and then send the hips to the back and up for your downward facing dog. And just hold here. Inhale. And exhale. Drop the forearms to the mat. And then on your next in-breath, find your plank on your forearms. So lower the hips so they are aligned with the shoulders, with the heels. And then shift the weight on the left forearm. You can adjust it so it's parallel to the shorter edge of the mat. Extend the right arm above the head. You can stay here or pull the right knee to the right elbow. And then maybe tap the right toes to the space behind you, opening the chest, lifting the chest even higher. And then once again, maybe lift the right knee so it comes even closer to the elbow. Step the right foot in front of the left foot, and then lower the right forearm to the mat, the left forearm to the mat, so the forearms are parallel to each other, and hold. Inhale. And exhale. Now adjust the right forearm, drop the heels to the right, extend the left arm above the head. You can stay here or pull the left knee to the left elbow, hold. Maybe drop the left toes to the space behind you, lift the chest, engage the glutes. Okay, and then if you are here with me, once again we are transitioning into a side plank, guiding the right knee to the right elbow, and then stepping the left foot in front of the right foot, lowering the left forearm, the right forearm, finding your forearm plank, scooping the abs, tucking the tailbone under, pressing the back of the heart up. Drop the knees to the mat, the top of the feet to the mat, and find your puppy pose. You can rest the forehead on the mat. You can rest the chin on the mat. Allow the belly to come close to the thighs. Breathe in. And breathe out. Slide the hips on top of the heels. Hands come closer to the knees. And then lift the hips so you can tuck the toes under and make your way into a standing forward fold at the back of the mat. We are at the back of the mat. Place the hands on the elbows and just rock gently side to side. If you prefer, you can bounce up and down, or you can just stay still, making sure that the feet are parallel to each other, maybe toes slightly in, heels slightly out. Relaxing the neck. Bending only from the hips so the back is flat. And then lower the hands to the mat. And then walk the hands to the front of the mat, finding your plank position and chaturanga. Bend the elbows, option to drop the knees is always there. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, lift the right foot from the mat. Finding your one-legged downward facing dog, bend the right knee. Pull the right heel to the glute. On your next exhalation, pull the right knee to the chest, shift the shoulders on top of the wrists, flex the right foot, and then step the right foot in between the hands. Lower the left knee to the mat. Inhale, open the chest, lift the chest, arms above the head. Shift the weight on the right foot, pull the left knee to the chest, and then grab to the left knee. Lean slightly to the back, micro bend in the right knee. Finding this mini back bend, chest opener. Finding length down the right hip flexor. Looking forward. And then once again, finding long spine. Placing the palms of the hands together in front of the chest. Flex the left foot and start bending the right knee. Hinge from the hips. And then deliver the left foot next to the right foot, chair pose. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat. You can either step back into a plank position, hop back into your chaturanga, or if you are with me, a crow pose. So place the knees on top of the triceps, either the soft part just above the elbows, or maybe you want to place the knees closer to the armpits, so play with it. Maybe start lifting one foot, maybe the other foot. Elbows are pointing to the back, you are scooping the abs, pressing the space in between the shoulder blades up. Think of cobra or upward dog, so you are keeping the chest open. Don't allow the elbows to open. Inhale. We are jumping into chaturanga. And then exhale. Hop Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. On your next inhalation, lift the left foot from the mat, one-legged dog, and then bend the left knee, open the hips. Pull the left knee to the chest, flex the left foot, shoulders are on top of the wrists, and step the left foot in between the hands. Lower the right knee to the mat, and then inhale, lift the chest, arms above the head. Shift the weight on the left foot. Pull the right knee to the chest, and then place the hands on the right knee, lean slightly to the back. Press the hip bones forward. Inhale. Micro bend in the left knee and exhale. Release this back bend. So the body is straight. Palms of the hands together in front of the chest. Flex the right foot, and we are bending the left knee, so the leg that we are standing on. Hinge from the hips, nothing changes in the right leg. And then bend the left knee, deliver the right foot next to the left foot. Lower the hands to the mat, and once again, option to step back into a plank, hop into Chaturanga, making your way through Vinyasa flow. Or a crow pose, once again. Maybe drop the knees on top of the tricep, and then pull the heels to the glutes. Use your inner thighs, the strength of the inner thighs, to pull everything in. Inhale. With the exhalation, jump into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So whenever you are jumping from crow pose into Chaturanga, just think of sending the feet to the back. The upper body is not moving. So you have 90-degree angle in your arms when you are in crow pose. And that's pretty much where you land in your Chaturanga. Stay with the breath. Inhale. And exhale. And you have one more inhalation here. And one more exhalation. On your next in-breath, look to the front of the mat, bend the knees, step or hop in between the hands. Halfway lift. And then as you exhale, lower the belly towards the thighs. On your next in-breath, make your way into a standing position. Gaze on the fingers, arms above the head. And then as you exhale, bend from the hips, hinge from the hips, hands come back to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And then as you exhale, drop the hands to the mat. We are going to make our way into one-legged crow. So if this is a new position, feel free to pause the video. If you are still working with a crow, that's absolutely fine. We are going to use it as a transition. So if you need, you will stay with the feet on the mat and step the left foot to the back of the mat. If you are with me for this transition, make your way into a crow pose. So you have exactly the same setting as in crow. And my biggest advice is to shift the chest even more forward as you extend the left leg to the back. So first you can guide it towards the chest and then try to extend it. Inhale. And then exhale, step the left foot to the back. Lift the right leg up and high. You are in your one-legged downward facing dog. Pull the right knee to the chest. Shift the shoulders on top of the wrist. And then as you exhale, drop the right shin to the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg from the mat so the hip bones are pointing down. Find length through the left leg. Extend the right arm forward. And then open the right arm to the right, left leg to the left, and hold here. Breathe. Flex the left foot, and then lower the left foot, the right hand to the mat. Okay, the left heel is aligned with the right knee. Big step with the hands to the front of the mat. Inhale. And then exhale, find your puppy pose with the left leg extended. Come back to the breath. Inhale. And then as you exhale, slide the right hip on top of the right heel. So you are in your child's pose with the left leg extended to the left. And then take a step with your hands towards the left foot. Slowing down the breath. And then stepping the hands to the center of the mat. On your next inhalation, lift the chest. You're in a tabletop position with the left leg extended. And just 3 cat-cows here. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round the back body. And again, inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round the back body. Inhale, open. And then exhale, round the back body. And then neutral spine. Tuck the right toes under. And then lift the left foot from the mat. Okay, we are lifting the right knee from the mat. So make your way into this one-legged downward dog with the left leg extended to the left. And then drop the right knee to the mat. And again, lift. And lower. The left leg is still extended. Engage the glute. And lift. Hold here. And then step the left foot so it's outside on the floor next to the left edge of the mat. And then just hold here. Lower the belly towards the right thigh. And then once again, lift the left leg. Drop the right knee to the mat. Swing the left leg to the back as you square the hips. And then drop the left knee next to the right knee. Drop the forearms to the mat. And then lift the knees from the mat. You are in your dolphin pose. Shift the chest towards your feet. Option to stay here, option to rest in your child's pose. Or if you want to make your way into your forearm stand, this is another option. So if you are making your way there, keep the shoulders away from the ears, press the forearms to the mat, and then you can lift the right foot, and then kick it up. Finding your forearm stand, breathing. And then lowering the left foot to the mat, the right foot to the mat, dropping the knees to the mat. The top of the feet are on the mat and find your child's pose. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhalation, make your way into upward facing dog. As you exhale, find your downward facing dog. Stay with the breath. Inhale, look to the front of the mat and step or hop in between the hands. Halfway lift. And then as you exhale, deepen the standing forward fold. On your next inhalation, make your way into a standing position, arms above the head. And then as you exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And then as you exhale, deepen the standing forward fold. Okay, once again we have this crow transition. So you are either going to step, this time the right foot to the back, or you are going to make your way into a crow, extend the right leg to the back into one-legged crow. So if you are with me, the knees are on top of the elbows. Pull the heels to the glutes, keep the chest open. And then once again, you're going to guide maybe first the right knee to the chest, play with it, and then extend the right leg. Step the right foot to the back. And then press the hips to the back and up, one-legged downward facing dog. As you exhale, pull the left knee to the chest. Shoulders land on top of the wrists. And then lower the left knee, left shin to the mat. Lift the right leg from the mat. And then extend the left arm in front of you. Inhale here. Exhale, open the right leg to the right, left arm to the left, and hold. Try to keep the left hip on top of the left knee. Inhale. And then exhale, drop the right foot to the mat, the left hand to the mat. Right heel is aligned with the left knee. Big step with the hands to the front of the mat. Lower the belly towards the left thigh. The chest to the mat making your way into a puppy pose with the right leg extended. Allow the seat bones to point to the ceiling. Stay with the breath. Inhale here. And exhale, slide the hips on top of the left heel. Step the hands towards the right foot, keeping the chest low. Inhale and exhale. And then step the hands to the center of the mat. Make your way into a tabletop position. Inhale, open the chest, arch the back. And then exhale, round the back body. And again, inhale, open. Exhale, round the back body. Inhale, open. And then exhale, round the back body. And then find neutral spine. We are going to lift the right foot from the mat. So first tuck the left toes under. Lift the right foot from the mat. Press into the hands. And then lift the left knee from the mat. Right leg is extended to the right. And then tap the left knee to the mat and lift. Tap, squeezing the right butt cheek and lift. Tap and lift. And then lower the right foot to the right side of the mat. Finding this uneven, funky downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Lift the right foot from the mat once again. And then lower the left knee to the mat. Hold here for one more in-breath. And then as you exhale, swing the right leg to the back, square the hips. And then drop the right knee to the mat. Drop the forearms to the mat. Option for one more forearm stand. So you can stay in your dolphin of course, or you can make your way into a forearm stand. You can play with it, you can pause the video, pause the recording. So tuck the toes under and lift the knees from the mat. And again, option to hold here. Or you can walk the feet even closer to the elbows. And then find your forearm stand. Pressing the elbows down, shoulders away from the ears. Keep breathing. Inhale. And then exhale, lower the right foot to the mat, the left foot to the mat. Drop the knees to the mat. And then rest in your child's pose. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhalation here. One more exhalation. On your next in-breath, make your way into your upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And take one more inhalation here. And then exhale, drop the knees to the mat. Cross the ankles under the glutes. And make your way into a seat on the mat. Connect the soles of the feet together, pulling the heels to the groin. Finding length through the body, inhale, open the chest. Either stay there or with the exhalation, lower the belly towards the feet. So think of extending through the spine. The chest is first reaching forward, not necessarily down. If you can keep the spine long, then this is the moment when you lower the torso, lower the chest. Inhale. And exhale. On your next in-breath, start lifting the upper body. And then we are going to step the feet a bit more forward. Make sure that you have space behind you. And then we are going to drop the forearms to the mat. So inhale, you are lifting the chest. The elbows are under the shoulders. And then as you exhale, drop the crown of the head to the mat. So quite possibly the crown of the head is not going to touch to the mat. Keep lifting the chest. Keep breathing. Inhale. And then as you exhale, chin to the chest. And once again, make your way on your hands. Extend the arms in front of you, scoop the abs. And then start making your way on your back. Pull the knees towards each other. And then the knees towards the chest. Give yourself a hug here. And then extend the right leg on the mat. Just keep pulling the left knee to the chest. Inhale. And then exhale. Press the back of the right thigh to the mat. And then bend the right knee. Extend the left leg. Lower the back of the left thigh to the mat as you hug the right knee in. And just hold here. So maybe there's not a lot of sensation here, but take your time to slow everything down. Maybe gentle sensations, or maybe actually quite a lot of sensations in the left hip flexor. So just observe. Breathe in. And as you exhale, release the right foot to the mat, the left foot to the mat. And we are going to lift into a bridge pose. So for this bridge, as you dig the heels into the mat and lift the hips, extend the arms next to the ears, squeeze the glutes, guiding the chest towards the chin. The kneecaps are pointing forward. Engage the inner thighs. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhalation. And then as you exhale, start rolling the upper back, the mid back. Tuck the tailbone under to create space for the lower back and the hips to the mat as you lower the hands next to the hips. 2 more times just like that. Inhale, lift. Engage the glutes, extend the arms next to the ears. Squeeze the glutes, hold. And then as you exhale, lower the upper back, the mid back, lower back, and the glutes to the mat. One last time. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lower vertebrae by vertebrae on the mat, lowering the hands next to the hips. And then once again, pull the knees to the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Rock gently side to side. Inhale. And then as you exhale, start extending the legs, making your way into Shavasana, unless you want to add any last positions. And then allow yourself to relax here. Adjusting the body, supporting the body. So if you have cushions or blankets around you, you can of course use them under the knees or behind the head. Under the head, really. Just finding position that feels supported, where the body can be still. Feeling the heaviness of the body on the ground. The body melting into the mat. Let go of any control over the breath and just watch the body breathing itself. The body surrendering to the mat. We are going to finish this practice with a breath work on our backs. You can stay exactly as you are, or you can place one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. And we are going to invite 3-part breath. So first you are going to inhale to the belly, move it up to the ribs, and then to the chest all the way up to the collarbones. And you are going to exhale from the chest, from the ribs and the belly. So exhale completely. Inhale belly, ribs, chest. Exhale chest, ribs, belly. Inhale belly, ribs, chest. Exhale chest, ribs, belly. Inhale belly, ribs, chest. Exhale chest, ribs, belly. Inhale belly, ribs, chest. Exhale chest, ribs, and belly. And then let go of it. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana longer. And only when you feel ready, start bringing movements into the body. Maybe wiggle your toes or move the fingers. Maybe stretch on the mat, or maybe you prefer to hug the knees to the chest. You can rock side to side. Or you can stay still. Maybe roll on the side into a fetal position. And then when you feel ready, make your way into a seated position with the legs crossed or on the shins if that feels better, keeping the eyes closed. Take a moment to notice how you're feeling with no judgments nor attachments. Just taking a note. And then, if it feels appropriate, place the palms of the hands together in front of the chest. And thank yourself for this practice. Thank you so much. Namaste.